Hi, we're Jay and Kathy Brown from Sugar Hollow Farm Alpacas. We have 21 alpacas, and we have panels on our house and our barn. And the reason we got into solar electricity, we've always been environmentally conscious. But when we first got into alpacas, the alpacas had to live on a farm in West Virginia because we lived in Northern Virginia and couldn't keep them with us. There was a bad storm. We had a baby born, a baby alpaca is called a cria, and there was a bad storm in July and it knocked out the electricity, so they lost the fans that were keeping the alpacas cool. There was a second storm and they had a lightning strike on their well pump, so they had to bring in water. And the stress of the storm, the heat, and the change in water killed that baby alpaca. So when we came here in 2016, we didn't ever want that to happen. So we talked to the company that installed the panels on the house, and we said we wanted battery backup for the well pump. And so they were able to do that, and in the process, as they were installing them, they included the freezer, a couple of outlets, the coffee maker, the microwave, and a bathroom light, so that if we ever lose power, we're not completely in the dark and we can still have our coffee and charge our cell phones. But we have the peace of mind then that that well pump's not going to go out and the alpacas will always have water. We were so pleased with that that we then added the panels on the barn, and that takes care of 90% of our electricity. So our electric bills are generally, you said $9?
About 3 months out of the year, we have a modest electric bill, January, February, and March. But then after that, the solar pretty much covers a majority of our electricity, not just what they produce, also the excess they produce that goes back to the grid that we get credit for on our electric bill. So a lot of times this time of year my electric bill is about $9. And there are times in the summer where it's $0 because of a credit, the way West Penn works the solar that they get, or the electricity they get from us. So yeah, our annual electric bills, when we got the barn panels installed in 2020, we went from about $1,600 a year in electricity at that point to probably less than $300 a year in electricity.
And of course, all the savings then we can put right back into the alpaca farm. And the battery gives us 3 days of power if the panels can't recharge. So for example, if they're snow covered or if it's really cloudy and those panels can't recharge the battery, we have 3 days with electricity. And so far, we've never had that issue.
Yes, we've never run the batteries down.
Yeah.
We've been fortunate.
Yep.